This is golf update number 4. I had my lesson with Sarah on the weekend and it went really well. I showed her what I've been working on, told her my situation, how I haven't been practicing a lot just because of circumstances. I got a golf net to help me practice more, and showed her my swing, and it's not too bad. It has improved, she said, but she gave me a couple of things to work on. And the two things that she gave me to work on that has helped since then really was keeping that hands forward throughout the swing. And I'm really punching the ball now and sort of punching it, following through, generating more power in my swing. When I had the lesson, she did a video analysis of my swing, and I was flicking the wrists when I was hitting the ball and losing a lot of power as a result. So by keeping my hands forward, and then after I finish the swing, I'm turning the club face, turning my wrists. That's something I'll work on now. But the two things that really has been helping me was keeping the hands forward through the swing and keeping my head at a stable position. So finding a nice comfortable position at address and keeping my head in that same position, not bobbing it up and down. That's helped immensely, and I'm going to keep working on those things. And I think the next thing I'm going to try to work on a bit more is making sure I release the club in a nice sort of safer way that's not going to cause injury. I've been getting a bit of golfer's elbow since playing quite a bit of golf on the weekend, so I do need to sort of keep an eye out on that and make sure I'm not injuring myself. But otherwise going well. I have showed improvement. I played golf that afternoon with my mate at a little par 3 that I haven't played on for a while, and my distances were like way better. I'm hitting. I used to go there with a 9-iron and hit the 9-iron like 100, 110 meters. 110 would probably be close to my limit, and I'm hitting my pitching wedge those distances now. And there's the longest hole on the course is about 135 meters. I used to go there and I'd use probably a 7-iron, and I wouldn't even reach the green quite. I'd have to use a 6-iron to make the green. I used my 8-iron and it landed dead on the green. It was a really nice shot. One other hole that was a little bit shorter than that, I used the 8-iron again and I hit it well over the top of the green, and so could have used a 9-iron to get 125 meter distance, I think now. So I've gained at least 10 meters on my pitching wedge. 9-iron, 8-iron, 7-iron, probably gained more like 20 to 30 meters on that, I think. With getting the clubs adjusted, it's helped a lot, but also learning how to use them and keeping my hands forward and really generating more power through my swing, and keeping my head in the same position, more stable position through the swing, and releasing correctly is generating more power and more accuracy. So that's two things that are really helping me. And I am aware of sort of how to draw a shot. It's just, it doesn't come naturally to me, but I can create a bit of a baby draw sometimes. So, I'll keep working on all those things, but the main thing I'm trying to work on now is just hitting straight, consistent, powerful shots. This week I'm going to do another lesson with Sarah and work on finding out what driver's going to work for me. We're going to use the TrackMan, go out on the range with a few drivers and try out some different options and see what I can get to work. And gather that data and make an informed decision on a purchase for me, something that's going to work for me and be within my budget. And after that, I'll probably get a new putter as well, and then start working on lessons with the putters. and probably some wedges, and then eventually a fairway wood and a new fairway wood, and a hybrid, probably a hybrid. I can hit with the 3-iron and the 4-iron, but not amazing all the time. And I think a hybrid would be more consistent. I can hit pretty decently with the 5-iron, like fairly consistently, I think, and nearly getting similar distances than the 4 and the 3. So I think I could probably take almost like a 4 and a 3 out of my bag almost, or just replace the get rid of the 3, replace it with a hybrid, and keep the 4 in there just for some random situation I might want it. Fairway wood and a driver, new putter. They're all on the card soon, and then I'll get lessons on how to use those. Once I've done that, I think that's all going to happen this year. My game's going to dramatically improve, and I will be shooting those average scores in the 80s for sure. I think I really want my handicap to be, in the sort of below 15 would be good by the end of this year. But if I can get it minimum below 20, that's fine as well. As long as it's 19, I'm okay with that. But I've played with a couple of guys now that their handicaps are like 18, and they're not very good really. They're just consistently not very good, if that makes sense. They're they drive worse than me most of the time, but they're slightly more consistent than me, and their iron shots aren't that great, but their short game's been okay. And I think if all areas of your game are just sort of just enough to get by and okay, then 18's probably where you're gonna sit. And I played with a couple of guys as well that had sort of around the 12 handicap, and they're just that little bit better than that 18 handicapper. They're okay, and they still make those same crappy mistakes that the 18 does, but their putting or their chipping and some of their iron shots or their drive shots are just marginally better, on average. But there's not like a great deal of difference between the two, I don't think. But then I played with a couple of guys too that their handicaps were like 5 and 6, and they were just a lot better. Like most of their shots were good. Nearly all their shots are good. And just a few shots here and there that weren't amazing. But nearly all their shots were good. They're just they make mistakes, but not as many as the 12 and the 18, obviously. But they're hitting the ball a lot cleaner. And I think when I look at my swing and I see how it's developing, my iron shots are more closer match to those guys that are 5 and 6 that are handicappers than it is to the 12 handy or 18 and 12 handicappers. It's way better than theirs. My driving is sort of somewhere between. If I was consistent, it's somewhere between the 5 and 6 and the 12. But all very similar. It's just consistency and learning how to use it and knowing how to be consistent, I think, will help. And my short game needs a lot of work. I think, I think it's possible that I could get into the high single digits this year even, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to work hard and try not to injure myself and try to be consistent as possible and play in as many comps as I can and get that handicap down as much as I can. Try and win at least one club competition would be nice. And I'll keep working at it, and I'll do another golf update after my driver fitting.